Good morning. I'm Bruce Gentlebear. This is my partner, Nia Kalhoff. And Nia's going to start off talking about her specialty, which is crystals. And here she is.
Thanks, sweetheart. Everybody hear me okay? Good. Okay. All right. So, the wonderful gift of crystals and stones. Our planet, our beautiful Gaia, is made up of a rainbow of energetic frequencies. All of the different minerals that make up the Earth, they each have their own unique frequency of light energy, and that's what makes up the aura of the planet. And one of the ways that we can help heal Earth and connect with the Earth is by connecting with all her various minerals and learning how to consciously resonate with them. And one of the things that helps us do that is our bodies, because we're made up of the same minerals as the Earth is. The whole planet started from rocks and minerals. When somewhere far off in the distance of space, there was an explosion, and what came and formed from the Earth it started off with just some basic minerals like iron, and then through a eons long process, the Earth developed and all these minerals. So today, though, we're going to focus on quartz, which is such an important, right here where we are in Arkansas, there's so much quartz underneath us and all around us, and we're going to go dig quartz on Monday. And quartz, which is silicon dioxide, is the most prevalent mineral on the planet Earth. So what most of us are most familiar with is this clear quartz that you see in the picture, that naturally grows from the process of water. There's silicon dioxide dissolved in the water, and then it gradually grows into these beautiful crystals that are naturally formed with 6 sides like that. And other forms of clear quartz that you might be familiar with have little other minerals added in, like iron or manganese, and that's how you get rose quartz and citrine and amethyst, smoky quartz. A little bit harder to recognize are some of the other forms of quartz that are in our environment here on the Earth. For instance, the microcrystalline quartz that makes all these different pretty colored stones like chalcedony, and you can see in the pictures how many different kinds there are, all the different colors. And then there's also schists and granites and conglomerates and sandstone. There's quartz everywhere. It's just all around us, and so it's really interesting that that's who we are. Is we have a lot of silicon dioxide in us too. So I wanted to talk just briefly about the qualities of clear quartz. The reason that we're so attracted to quartz, is because it has these special qualities. That quartz is a conductor of energy, and it is, basically quartz are light workers, just like us. They can do all these amazing things because of the way they move energy through them. They're piezoelectric, which means that they transform mechanical energy into electromagnetic energy and back again. They can conduct electricity. And that's why they've been used for making crystal radios and transmitters, computers, watches. Another thing that you notice with clear quartz points like these is that they have directionality. So the energy moves through the quartz. It looks like it's just going through like this, but actually it's spirals. Quartz grows in Each crystal, each little molecule grows in a spiral, but it is moving in the direction of the point. So if you took a quartz point and you held it, say, pointing into your forehead like this, and took the time to feel the energy, you would feel the energy coming in towards you. You could feel that, and you can experiment with that, and you could turn the point around and feel it going out the other way. So it's really very easy to tell that there's directionality, and when I do my healing practice, I take advantage of that, because when I'm trying to move energy through the body in one direction or the other, that helps. Another key property of clear quartz is that it amplifies energy. So whatever energies, and that's one of the things we have to be aware of and careful about, is because if you, like in a room like we took some clear quartz over there by all that nice electronic gadgets, one of the things we're doing is we're amplifying all that electronic energy out into the room. So you don't usually want a big piece of clear quartz right in front of your computer and then try to sleep in that room. Doesn't work out so good. But they also amplify the energy that we want them to amplify. And they are programmable, so you can actually program your quartz with a particular intent and use that programmability and that amplification property to send that energy out. Once they're programmed, they really hold that energy well for a long time, so they can continue to broadcast the energy that you set in them for a long time. So that makes them very useful for prayer and meditation and healing. They also have memory. Maybe some of you even heard about how some of the quartz that's in Arkansas or that people find in Arkansas, or that's still buried, huge quartz, have been programmed and have memory even from Atlantis. So it's interesting to communicate with your crystals and find out what they hold in their memory. There are particular tools which Bruce is going to talk about more later that have a lot of memory capacity and are useful for that, like the crystal skulls. We're going to get to that later. Okay, so metaphysical uses of clear quartz. They're so powerful as healing tools, and I certainly use quartz in my healing, as well as lots of other minerals and stones. And what's really the key part of using stones for healing is this idea of consciously resonating with the stones and crystals and working with them as allies. That's really what's at the heart of the work that I do as a crystal resonance therapist. Other metaphysical qualities of quartz is that they're very good for clearing and for meditation, and most of all, because they do conduct energy, they're an important part of communication with the mineral kingdom, and also with other metaphysical things like other dimensional beings, or the fairy realm, or anything besides humans that we would also want to communicate in the natural world or the metaphysical world. Humans have been fascinated by the beauty and clarity and energy of quartz forever, and I'm sure that you all have felt that, and have used them as symbols of spiritual beliefs. And both Bruce and I really feel that crystals are actually living entities. That they have a integrity, a consciousness of their own, and so they need to be approached that way. And so it's that idea of really taking the time to communicate with them and allow them to communicate with you. So they've been really an important part of spiritual practice, both in ancient and modern times, with priests and shamans and different cultures. And like I said, Bruce is going to talk some more about how to use the 5 ogles, which are very specialized quartz tools, and also skulls, a little bit after we do our meditation. Yeah, so we've pretty much talked about all of that. So what do I mean when I talk about being a human crystal? Why a human crystal? So there's several points on that. One is that we want to be clear. As light workers, we want to be clear like quartz. And we want to be beautiful channels of light like quartz. And our bodies are made up of minerals just like quartz and other... Oh, okay, sorry. We have the same elements that are in the minerals are also in us. So becoming a conscious human crystal begins with consciously working with visible and non-visible light through the communication medium of crystals and minerals. And as we engage crystals consciously, we can heal our relationship with Earth, with Gaia, one human crystal at a time. That's a quote from my teacher, Naisha Azian, she is one of the best crystal teachers, in my opinion. Anyway. And one of the other things that's interesting that I think makes it easier for us to feel their energy is, and makes us human crystals, is that right down to our DNA, the way DNA is structured, every cell, every DNA molecule in every cell of every living organism actually has a hexagonal crystal structure just like quartz. 10 atoms by 6 feet, just all folded. Just like quartz crystals. Our bodies are also liquid crystals. The biologist Mei Wan Ho, I put his quote up there because I just thought it was so fascinating what he said. Organisms are so dynamically coherent at the molecular level that they appear to be crystalline. There is a dynamic liquid crystalline continuum of connective tissues and extracellular matrix linking directly into the equally liquid crystalline cytoplasm in the interior of every single cell in the body. Liquid crystallinity gives organisms their characteristic flexibility, exquisite sensitivity, and responsiveness, thus optimizing the rapid, noiseless intercommunication that enables the organism to function as a coherent, coordinated whole. The organism is coherent beyond our wildest dreams. Every part is in communication with every other part through a dynamic, tunable, responsive, liquid crystalline medium that pervades the whole body, organs, tissues, and the interior of every cell. So we really, truly are crystals, liquid crystals. And I know that we're talking about, going from being carbon-based to quartz or silicon-based, but we really already are. So we can take advantage of that. And that idea of the coherency of the organism, we're also part of the Gaia organism. So we need to take our places as that. So with all of this information, it's no wonder that we can communicate with crystals, and why shamans and Amazons and Australian indigenous people and all kinds of metaphysical practitioners like us have been using their DNA and their crystals to connect with the divine source of life. So we're going to do a meditation. One of the ways that I connect with crystals and stones, and it really works well, is to use the 5 natural elements: earth, fire, water, wind, and storm. So we're going to do a meditation to tune our human crystal and to help us feel that. I can't do a healing with every single one of you, so I'm all booked up. So we're going to do a healing together. So just let's start by getting comfortable and sit straight. Close your eyes, take a nice deep breath. Settle, take another deep breath. And maybe you might want to imagine that we're in a place in nature, or at least imagine that we can actually feel the earth beneath our feet, and we can open up the roof and feel the sun up above our heads. And as you breathe, begin to pull the light and warmth of the sun down into your body. Feel that warmth and light of the sun as it touches your skin. Draw it in. Allow it to help you relax and open. Breathe that warmth and the light of the sun deeper still into the fine muscles that are underneath your skin, especially around your face. Relax. Breathing that warmth and light deeper still into the deeper muscles in your body. Feel it warming and relaxing all the muscles around your neck and your shoulders and your back. Breathing in more warmth and light into the organs of your body and all the way down into your bones, so that all your bones fill with the warmth and light of the sun, lighting up your skeleton. Feel it pulsating with light and warmth, relaxing you and moving out to fill your whole body with light. And the energy space that surrounds you becomes a warm, light cocoon of energy. And then bring the focus of your attention down to your first chakra, to where your body meets the chair. And imagine a ball of light at the core of your being there. Breathing all that warmth and light into that ball of energy there, and then allowing a root to go down from that ball of energy at the base of your spine, down through your chair, through the floor, into the earth, down and down and down and down, all the way to the heart of the earth. Good. And as you feel that loving connection with the heart of the earth, begin to feel Mother Earth responding to you and sending energy, earth energy, back up. So breathe that energy back up your root. Feel it entering your feet. And I want you to place your hands to help you feel the energy at your first chakra. You can place your hands like right here where your leg folds into your hip. One hand on each side. And just allow your energy to settle, your focus to settle into that first chakra and connect with the earth energy as it comes into you. Feel those qualities of earth, that sense of being rooted and grounded, the qualities of the earth that nurture us, that grow trees and plants and food. The bones of the earth, that red earth energy, filling up that area, that first chakra, connecting you with the earth element in your own body, your bones, your flesh, your sense of being grounded and present in your body. Good. Really have that sense of feeling your feet and feeling the first chakra. And when you're ready, we're going to move to the second and third chakra to connect with fire. So place your hands on the low belly and on the solar plexus. Feel that energy move up, connecting with fire. Beautiful orange and yellow colors, the vibrancy of fire, the warmth, the fire energy in the earth of volcanoes and steaming geysers, and the vitality, the creative force of fire, the sexual energy of fire. Connecting with fire in your body, the fire that is our chi and the energy that makes our organs work and our hormones, helps us to be healthy and strong, able to manifest and create in the world. Really feeling very open and connected and strongly present in both the earth and the fire. Now we're going to move that energy up. You can move your hands to your heart and your throat to connect with water. Feeling that sense of water, the greens and pinks, and that motion, feeling that feeling of energy moving in a flowing kind of way, connecting with the water of the planet, the rivers, the lakes, the oceans, the rain, that wonderful, lubricating, flowing, nurturing energy of water in our bodies, all the water in our bodies, the connective fluids, the blood, the intercellular fluids, everything, all those watery parts of ourselves and our own emotions, our emotional nature, the feeling of love. Really feel how all those chakras now are activated: first, second, third, fourth, fifth, the elements of earth, fire, water. And now we're going to allow that energy to move up. You can place your hands together over your third eye, or place one hand on your third eye and one on the top of your head. Connecting with the energy of wind, of air, of breath. The breath of the earth, the gentle winds, the strong winds, the air that just touches us all around, the oxygen that we breathe and the carbon dioxide that the trees breathe. The wind in our bodies, our breath, and our breath that helps us connect with spirit. Wind energy helps us to connect with our intellect, but also with spirit. Feeling that connection with vision, external and internal vision especially. And you can open your hands outwards a little bit and feel that energy of the sky in the sense of flying. Wind energy allows us to fly a lot like the birds. Feel that beautiful floating energy. At the same time that you're still aware of being grounded and powerful in your fire, flexible in your water energy. And now you've added wind. Just has usually a beautiful dark indigo blue or violet color as well. Good. Now reaching your hands straight upwards, we're going to connect with storm. Storm, when you think about a storm, the storms that pass on our planet, they have all the other energies combined. You have lightning for fire, and rain and snow for water, and the wind, and just this powerful energy, and it connects with the higher chakras, but it also connects all of the chakras. Storm integrates all of the chakras that we've worked with, all the elemental energies that we've worked with, and just feel that power as you stretch your arms upwards. Great transformative power. Great power for growing and evolving. And then slowly begin to bring your arms, both arms down to your side. Feeling your wholeness, your completeness. Your crystal, your human crystal is all activated and strong. And I want you to put your hands on your heart. And really feel beautiful feeling of oneness and love, peace, and light. And from your open, activated human crystal, let's just generate and send out that beautiful, loving, healing energy for ourselves, for everyone in the room, for the whole planet. Nice and strong, but gentle. Oh, it's so wonderful to be in the presence of all these beautiful, shining human crystals. Thank you. I'm going to turn the mic over to Bruce.
Thank you, Nia. It was wonderful. Well, I don't have quite as much time as I'd like, so I'll skip the history of 5 Vogels, or Vogel crystals, maybe go straight to what's pertinent about them. The basic shape of a 5 Vogel crystal reinforces the internal crystalline structure. So they have all the same crystal properties that Nia talked about, but because of the shape of the cut, it's sort of like a crystal on steroids. A crystal will amplify. A Vogel crystal will blow you out of the water. So they're amazing instruments for amplifying subtle energies. One property they have, which regular crystals don't have, is whatever they're amplifying and whatever's flowing through the crystal is coherent. So this is like a laser. Laser light is coherent and focused, so that, as you can see, normally energy just kind of flows scattered out of a crystal, but out of a 5 Vogel, it's arranged, so that the one property which is pertinent, what does a coherency do for you, is it has a major impact on your intent. So that you could think of it as a sharp focus on your intent. And with this in mind, you need to be very careful using them. Your intent is going to be amplified beyond your imagination. You want to be also always work with your crystal in a meditative state. I usually, when I start using one, I will sit with it and meditate for a little bit, and then ask it that anything that might harm someone else not be amplified. Your crystal can do that for you. I usually do that as a safeguard against my own stray thoughts. And one of the main using 5 Vogels, you need to realize that it is a partner. It's a sentient being. I've gotten many tips from my crystals. I would sit with it and have the talk with it about what I was going to attempt, and I would get suggestions which improved how I was going to use it. So remember that this isn't a tool just to use, but a partner with the energy work that you're trying to do it with. Because of the structure, which is sacred geometry based, Vogels also have other properties. They're actually mini portals. A lot of people can use them to amplify their communication. You can use your Vogel to communicate with angels, earth spirits, fairies, divas, star beings, ascended masters. There's a lot on Tibbs' website about Vogel crystals, some great channels from Archangel Metatron. I'd encourage you to read those if you have a new Vogel that you're trying to learn about. One thing that Metatron has said is there's many unknown properties of 5 Vogels that we have yet to discover, and that I firmly believe. I asked my own Vogel if there's anything I should add to my talk, and what it said was that one of those properties was magnification of gravitation waves. And our scientists are just learning about gravitation waves right now, but that was one way that they were used in the past. And that might explain some of these amazing 2,000-ton stones that the ancients moved around so easily. I think there might be a relation there. Anyway, I don't have a whole lot of time to talk, but I'd be happy to talk to anyone informally. If you want to have a question about your crystal, just grab me. We also have a lot about crystals in our book, which is in the shop. I'd like to talk about crystal skulls a little bit. I had a hard time wrapping my own head around crystal skulls at first. It was mostly because of movies. They're always associated with black magic and sorcery, of course, and I never really understood what the attraction was. But after I obtained one and also worked with Max and Shauna Ra, I learned a lot about them, and this is all channeled information, of course, and also directly from the skulls. Originally were 13 skulls brought here by the Arcturians, which they functioned as basically as computers. There was like the whole design of the Earth in these skulls. 2 of the original 13 have been rediscovered, and they're here at the conference, which is Max and Shauna Ra. So what does that have to do with all the other skulls? How about your own small skulls? What's the point of them? Well, they actually, because of the form, have access to a subset of the information that Max and Shauna Ra have, and also helps them connect directly with Max and Shauna Ra. And this is, in my opinion, this is the main reason to have one. And I encourage you to, if you have a skull, to take it to a session with one or both. And Max and Shauna Ra will program your own skull. And during the session, they'll put into it what you need to learn. And what will help you on your spiritual path. So the next time you work with your own skull, it'll be programmed for you. So I'd really encourage you to take an advantage of that. One insight came as I was meditating about my talk this morning, and that's that the people think that the skulls were created and shaped to match our skulls, but it's actually the converse. Our skulls were created to match the skulls that were here, and that got into our DNA because of their shape. instead of vice versa. So actually, the crystal skulls came first. Um, so